This is a tune called Chinquapin Hunting. It's in the key of D. We're going to start by warming up our fingers. I'm going to play it for you, and then I'm going to break it down for you. So we're going to start with a D scale, 4 bows on each note. The next thing you want to do is practice playing up to your 4th finger. Strengthen that 4th finger because we're going to use it in this tune. So I'm going to play this for you kind of the fancy way, and then we'll break it down to a simple version that any intermediate or advanced player should be able to learn. Here's the tune. Now, as a fiddle player myself, I tend to change the tune up as I go along. So you'll notice that as a lot of the parts were the same, there were small differences some of the times that I played it. I'll try to show you the basic version so that you can have a good solid way to play through the tune, and then you can use the rest of that for inspiration. I know that we've recorded this tune before, and so I'll see if I can find it and see if I can find a version where I kind of did it up and had a lot of fun adding some extras just for some inspiration and ideas. I'm going to start by playing my 1st through 4th finger on the D string to warm up. I like to do this to make sure I'm nice and in tune. If you look really carefully, you'll notice that when I play the 4th finger, my open A string actually reverberates. Right about here it rings, and you can see the string vibrating along with my 4th finger. You see it nice, getting big. If yours does that, then you're playing your 4th finger in tune and your violin's in tune, or your fiddle and your fingers are in tune. So it's really important to make sure that that's happening. Then what I like to do is lift up the 3rd finger and just practice my 2nd to 4th finger on the D string to get ready for this. So we're going to start down bow on the 2nd finger. Then we're going to blend the 4th finger on the D with the open A. What that means is we're going to start by bowing just the 4th finger on the D, and then we're going to mix in the A string with it so you're hitting a double stop of both strings. Then we're going to have a slur, 3 notes down bow. So we start down bow, we slur up bow with the hook, where we blend in the A string on the up bow hook. It's called a hook because you just hook your arm right up. Then the slur, up bow. Then here, place your 1st finger on the G and D strings. I like to pretend like I have a string running right through the middle of where my D and G strings are. And I place my 1st finger on that imaginary string so that I hit both the G and the D evenly. And then I'm going to do a hook. I'm going to hook from the G string and blend in the D and then go down bow. You'll notice that I'm playing in tune. You can tell because my A string is ringing. So, from the beginning, starting down bow. 3, 4. We're going to add a slur right into that note. So from the beginning. another hook. So from the beginning. Then we're going to add a slur. Open the third finger. And then the first finger. Separate. Up bow. Again, that was second finger, third finger, 1, open. So from the beginning, starting with F sharp, second finger. Hook, lid, slur, up bow, down, then slur it. Hook, slur, separate. So that section goes. So slowly the notes are third finger, D, first finger B, open A, third finger G, second finger F sharp, fourth finger on the G string, which is a D note, blending into the D. So the whole tune sounds like this. And that's the first section of Chinquapin Hunting. Here's the second section of Chinquapin Hunting. Back into the first part. Here's how we're going to play it. We're going to start with B, first finger on the A string. We're going to do a slur to the third finger. Then an up bow slur to E and first finger. So, then we're going to do separate bows. Try it again. Open E to third finger D on the A string. First finger B on the A string. So it sounds like this. So in the tune, we actually play that section twice. Then we do a second finger down bow on the D on F sharp, then an up bow hook. So it sounds like this. So this section, we're going to start with the second finger and then add a hook with the fourth finger. And we're going to do that one more time from the beginning of that section. I'll show the next part. Are all on a down bow slur. Open to 3 to 1. So A, D, B. From the beginning of that section. Hook, slur. So for that little ending, we're going to play these notes twice. So D, B, A, we'll do that twice in a row. That leads us back into the repeat of the beginning section of that part. So, then we have to learn a first ending and a final ending. So here's the middle ending. It's the first ending. There's a lot of ways to do this, but I prefer to slur from the first finger to the third finger, then fourth finger to the third finger. Then I slur here. So that whole section sounds like this. Our final ending. I'm going to do that with a hook. So starting with the slur, up bow, blending in the open A to the 3 on the E. And I like to detach that note so it's separate by itself. And then I do a nice circle with my bow. I just lift the bow real quick in a quick retake. So I repeat those notes, but I start with a 3-note slur. Then I repeat them singly. So then we get to start the tune again. So what we're going to do next is I'll provide a play along video where you can play along with me slow, and I'll try to keep the version very similar to the version we just learned of this tune so that you can jam along nice and slow. And if I can find it, or if I need to make a new one, we'll make a new video of the amped up version with the bells and whistles. For the ending, we're going to slur 3 fingers down bow, 3 notes down bow, starting with 3 fingers. 3, 2, 3. Then separate up the scale. Then back to a B note, first finger. Up the scale, first finger. Then open to second finger on the D. So open A, second finger on the D, first finger, high 3rd finger, that's a C sharp. If you can't find it, reach out to it from the scale. And I hook right in. And I start with the 3rd finger, and then when I hook the D, I add the 4th finger on the G, so I'm playing 2 D notes. This is our slow jam track, play along video for Chinquapin Hunting. And so I'm just going to kick it off with 2 chops. If you want to try to chop along with me, I'm going to start with the 2nd finger on the D. Okay, nice and slow.